Determine theta and b from this right angle triangle. We can use our rules. Okay, let's go sine, because I know sine. So sine of theta is equal to b opposite of the angle, so it's b over hypotenuse, 5. Oh, I have two unknowns there. I don't like that. Let's try something now. Let's try cosine. Cosine of theta is equal to adjacent 4 divided by hypotenuse, 5. Okay, so now all I have to do is solve for theta. Now, how do I get rid of this cosine? I can't divide by cosine because this is not multiplied. Remember, this is cosine of the angle. Okay, so it's not multiplied. This is not a multiplication operator. This is cosine of theta. The only way to get rid of this is using the inverse function operator, essentially. Cosine inverse of this. This will annihilate this function. Now, whatever I do to one side, I have to do the other side. So I have to go cosine inverse on this side of the function. Okay, so whatever I do to one side of the equation, I have to do to the other. And the second is the only way to get rid of this is not dividing by, because this is not multiplied. This is not multiplied. This is divided by. This is sine of function. So the only way to get rid of that is to go negative inverse of cosine, and that will annihilate each other. So on this side, I'll be left with theta, because they will annihilate. And over here, well, I'm going to be left with cosine inverse of 4 over 5. Your calculator has this button. It's right above the cosine button. Now, shift, cosine inverse, bracket open, 4 divided by 5. What did I choose? Oh, I choose degrees. The answer will come out in degrees. So theta is equal to 36.9 degrees. Let's get b. b, I can use this angle here, or I could use Pythagoras theorem. Let's use Pythagoras theorem. So I know that a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Here's a, there's b, and then this is c. So I'm going to solve for b. So again, we're going to do negative operators here. This is added to it, so we're going to subtract a squared on this side. We're going to subtract a squared on this side. So that will leave me with a squared minus a squared, which is 0, plus b squared, which is equal to c squared minus a squared. Now, this has to the power of 2. Okay, so I can get rid of that thing. I'm just going to do the negative operator on the whole side of the equation. So 1/2, bracket open, to the 1/2. Okay, so this thing will be 1. 2 over 2 is 1. So this is going to be b is equal to, bracket open, c squared minus a squared, bracket close, to the power of 1/2. Or otherwise written as in radical form, like that, where there's this invisible 2 sitting right there. But we'll talk about that later. So let's plug this in. So b is equal to, I still like this form better, so c squared is going to be 5 squared minus a squared, which is 4 squared, bracket close, is equal to, to the power of 1/2. So let's go 5 squared minus 4 squared, square root answer, or you could even take answer to the power of 0.5, and it will give you 3.